Would you rather be with a beautiful idiot, meaning their IQ is low, or a universally unattractive great partner?
Take the beautiful. Why are y'all looking at me like that? She can learn.
She can learn.
Whoa,
She can learn.
What if she can't?
Her looks and my brains, we could go a long way.
What?
Yeah.
Would you marry a promiscuous
Would
woman?
I?
Yeah.
At this age, I don't think that it's avoidable.
What?
Now, this one right here is a very fun conversation, all right? Comedian Carlos Miller went to the It's Giving podcast, and we're going to break down the conversation and have a little fun while doing it, all right? They brought up topics such as women who want to be wives but refuse wifely duties, and the question of, can you turn a hoe into a housewife, which we already know the answer to, but nevertheless, it's going to be fun and interesting and entertaining. So let's get active. Without further ado.
Well, I think a lot of women, do want the aspect of marriage, but they don't want the responsibility of being a wife.
Do you think men want the responsibility of being a husband?
Of course. I think most men want a family and some loyalty and somebody that's going to love them. And
From one woman?
yeah.
Do you think he could be faithful? Do you think all men cheat? All men that have options cheat?
Nah.
No?
You'd be surprised how much men don't cheat,
Really?
even though that's like controversial. But men turn down a lot of opportunities too.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? When
Is it-
everyone is saying it's animalistic, it's in their nature, it's all these things, like why?
It is, but it's not though, because we're not going. We like I can't say we do all the time, but sometimes men weigh out the consequences of the good and the bad. Men 100% know when they have a good woman, and we recognize when we mess it up.
Yeah.
After a while, when you're young and you're a young man and you got a lot of fire and testosterone, of course you're going to want to see the world. But then as you get older and you start to realize that, hey, some of this stuff, it's not worth it. It's just
What he's talking about right here is the secret weapon of a strong masculine man, which is self-control. We go over time and time again the negative consequences of not having eggplant discipline. It has taken down many a great man. For a mature man understands that at the end of this whole ride that we call life, it's not about the amount of bodies that you slayed, it's the amount of fulfillment that you get out of that life. And peace is one of the real prizes out of life, especially if you are a man of value. You put all that damn work into the gym. All you want is peace, a warm meal, a calm home, and a happy family.
I got something real. I got somebody who I can trust. I got a lady I can throw my card. I know she gonna do the right thing, or I know she gonna take care of this for me. And we started this business together, and she do my payroll, and it's just not worth it.
Have you ever experienced that type of woman?
Yes.
Why didn't you marry her?
Good question.
Why didn't I marry her? I wasn't ready to get married. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I hadn't been in a good relationship, for a extended amount of time. So I felt like the process is you get with somebody, you be a girlfriend, then you have a nice run on that, then you move up to fiance, and then see how that works. Then you make her your wife. We just never really got through the steps for me. Yeah.
How long do you think it takes a man to know if he's ready to marry that woman? Maybe not when he proposes, but the awareness of oh yeah, that's a wife. That should really be my wife.
It varies from man to man. Because believe it or not, all men, we have our life planned out too. We got certain goals we want to accomplish before we start thinking about a family and things of that nature. So it varies. Some men can get married at 18 and be married their whole life. Some men, it take 35, 40, 45, 50. You know what
I think most men are 45 to 55. I think that's when men hit their real stride of you're established. Because this is what I think. Tell me if I'm crazy.
It depends.
Plus, a lot of men haven't got the opportunity to deal with the kind of women that they want to deal with.
Why is that?
Big true. Talk about
Just
it.
lack of opportunity.
What do you mean? There's always opportunity to meet fire women.
Y'all always act like it's just a whole lot of great women out here.
I think there are.
It's not.
I have a friend circle, and I feel like
You only can relate to your circle of
Right.
friends.
Come
No,
on.
we're talking about the world, not the 4 women you know that are good women. Talking about in the world. We go out everywhere. We go to Miami, to Vegas, to All-Star
Those are the
Weekend.
wrong places
we meet
to
a
go.
lot of women. That don't mean that we meet a lot of great women, though.
Damn.
Yeah.
He ain't lying.
Like I was saying earlier, you meet a lot of women that you can do stuff for, that want you to take them out and spend money and treat them a certain way, but you don't get nothing back in return. It's very rarely that you meet somebody who can at least meet you in the middle.
Okay.
And it's a legitimate concern. That's why so many men are putting off or they're rationalizing that next step. They want to ensure that she will be an asset and not a liability to what he has already built, because they know that the value that they've built, man, it's like a Venus flytrap for opportunists. So then they'll get the fake charm. They'll get the women that will claim accountability but have no idea what it truly means. They'll get the selective submission women, right? The faux cooperative women, right? Who'll switch on you on a dime when their back is put up against the wall. So Carlos is 1,000% right. Wading through the river to find a right one is like finding a needle in a damn haystack. Quick emergency meeting. I was recently searching for my name online and found way too much personal information, which brought me down this weird rabbit hole of how that could have happened, and found out that there's companies out there called data brokers that will sell your data to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. And it's a nasty, disgusting feeling knowing that there's bad actors out there selling my information, selling your information for profit. But that's why I'm recommending today's sponsor, Aura. Now, I use Aura to automatically remove my information from these sites and keep my information off. But they do other things as well, such as bank fraud and identity theft alerts, VPN access. But guys, utilize my link down in the description box down below for a 14-day trial. At least see if you've been compromised. Privacy is king in this day and age, and you should know if your information is out there. So again, utilize my link, aura.com/MTR, in the description box down below to try 2 weeks free. That's way more than enough time to see if your personal data has been exposed. Go now.
Okay, so for the women that are listening, what do you expect a woman to give you in return?
This is the thing, ladies. We're not looking for you to buy us nothing or take us anywhere. It's all about how you treat us, how you make us feel. Do you respect us? You don't have to listen to our every commandment. Do you listen? Can you hear me? Can we work this out? Can we talk? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a lot of intangible things that men are looking for. How you act around people, how you treat people. How do people receive you? Do you walk in the room and suck the air out of it, or are you a delight to be around?
Okay.
Are you great at conversation? Are you smart? Do you have goals? Do you have anything going on? Or are you sitting on social media arguing in the comments?
Ooh, child.
That's a big red flag when
Right.
you see her under the shade room post arguing. You're like, oh my God, you're a bird.
This kind of
Big bird.
And we let a lot of that
Happy
slide
bird.
because sometimes they be beautiful and you be like, I
Yeah.
just have to overlook the brains part. But
Yep.
dang.
we do that.
Would you rather be with a beautiful idiot, meaning their IQ is low, or a universally unattractive great partner?
Take the beautiful. Why are y'all looking at me like that? She can learn.
She can learn.
Whoa,
She can learn.
What if she can't?
Her looks and my brains, we could go a long way.
What?
Listen. As long as the beautiful idiot says yes more than no, I would rock with them. All right? Because there's some idiots out there that just, their default is no, or just not being cooperative. And it's usually because they just don't understand enough about the world, how the world works. So they just say no in defensiveness and protection of oneself. A beautiful idiot that can take direction. You know, she can learn.
Truly.
Yeah.
You would see, and this is why I tell women, do the best with your genetic potential. Men are aesthetic.
We are.
They want you to look, but I'm trying to tell you, so many men will be like, we
They will
don't
give
care.
you the popular answer. I'll take the beautiful idiot though.
Really?
Absolutely.
Do you think most men would take the beautiful idiot?
Yes. Any man who's dealt with women, whether they be attractive or unattractive, they know that for a fact. People treat you different when your lady's unattractive.
They treat you different?
They treat you, yeah, they
They
judge
treat the
you
man different?
They judge you based off your lady. Absolutely.
What you mean?
She's a reflection of you.
Okay.
So if you have an unattractive woman, and you say you're in a business setting, right? You bring her around, they're gonna look at you like you don't make good decisions.
Wait. You're saying if you're in a business meeting and your woman comes in and she's unattractive, they think you don't make good. What if she's smart?
Men
She's
don't do a lot of business with men who are like, who that's your thing. Like you have 4, 5s, and 6s around.
It may sound harsh, but he's absolutely telling the truth. The thing is that at a surface level, right? Because if she's an idiot, they can talk to her for a second and then also question why he's with her, right? He don't make good decisions, right? But just on a surface level, and it actually reminds me of that old Kevin Samuels conversation where he was like, you know, he was a sales guy and then hired like a hooker, like a prostitute, beautiful prostitute to accompany him to like this sales event. And because of which he was able to close deals. He was projecting an image of good life decisions, good choices, but a woman that beautiful would choose him increases the chances of being a good future sales or business partner. Both men and women are drawn to beauty. That's why ad agencies use beautiful people in order to advertise products. We will sacrifice, at times, good decision making to get up in them cheeks. But that's where that self-control component comes into play. And it's not to say that her moral character isn't important, but if we just sit over here and pretend like it doesn't have a result in how people perceive you, then we'd just be lying to ourselves.
You can get a lot more opportunities as a man from other men if they know that you're a guy that brings around a nice atmosphere when you're around. Like you, the guy that all the women like,
yeah.
he's going to get some opportunities based off that.
Dang.
Believe it or not.
Dang.
Yeah. You know those guys in the NBA that sit on the bench? Mm-hmm. Why you think they still on the bench? They bring something to the table. It's just not what they want to put on the floor.
Dang.
Absolutely.
They just, dang.
Right. It's not even the superstars who like get all the women. It be the dudes who just on the team.
That's true.
Absolutely.
That's definitely true.
Yeah, so when the superstar, when he want to party, who he call? That dude that sit at the end of the bench, because that's the dude who got the time and the patience, and he can call 20, 30 chicks to come hang out with 4 NBA players. That's his role. He's a role player. He going to be taken care of as long as he's that guy.
What is happening?
You need to talk to him more. Because you act like all this is shocking.
Kenny's too kind.
No, he's not.
Kenny's in a
Kenny
whole
out here living.
relationship.
Kenny is living.
Nah, this man's tucked away.
Good.
He's got a wife.
And you know what we say when we see guys like Kenny who do that? It's just like we get a salute. He graduated. He's getting out of here.
Yeah.
He found him one.
Yeah.
He got something he like to
And
look
she's
at.
pretty.
She feed him.
She got real hair.
Look
That's
how
long and
good and
curly.
healthy his beard is.
It's
It
true.
wasn't like that till he got with her.
He tapered up in the back. He got the
She
taper
got him out
happening. He
here
got
with
a fresh cut. Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, this is
She
true.
said, babe, put your watch on. See?
I mean, we
That's
do
the
that.
type of stuff, bro. When
That's-
you get somebody who can complete you and bring you all together and make you a whole package. That's what we're looking for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like do you think you can turn, I'm asking men this question now because I've answered on the internet, but do you feel like you can turn a hoe into a housewife?
Make the best housewives
Why?
because they know what men like. That's why they successful hoes. You never seen a hoe in action?
No.
Go to a Super Bowl party.
Okay.
Go to a Super Bowl party. Watch how a hoe work the room.
How she do it?
She know how to talk to every dude in there.
Okay.
The hoe bringing the chips out. She gonna stay a little later, hit them dishes.
That's not a hoe. I do that.
But I'm saying though, the hoes know what men like. They study men the same way. Like they got it. You could put them in a room with anybody and they
But
gonna
I'm
find
saying if
they gonna
she's
find
ran
the money,
through.
they gonna find the opportunities.
Let's be direct here, all right? Because these are comedians, so you don't know when he's trolling. Hoes do not make the best housewives, full stop, all right? Now, if you want to say business partner, right, then that's a whole different story. Some of the illest game that we've seen, even on my platform, is usually from OF models, S workers, right? Because the good ones, at least, the ones that are good enough to get interviewed, usually understand enough about life, about men, right? Like, and they're living in reality. They're not living in the airy-fairy delusion. But given all of that, given all her experience within life and reality and the amount of times that she's got up on her knees is not valuable to you as a man whatsoever. In fact, this is a contradiction to his earlier statement. It would devalue you if you go to the corporate function and everybody done been inside. They ain't gonna respect you. Like, wait a minute. Jim over there in accounting put a ring on it? What? Sally was at my crib the last week. Word, you crack Sally too? Shit, she was at my crib 2 weeks. No. Stop it, Carlos, all right? I don't know how much he's being a comedian here, but let's get to the facts.
Okay, I disagree with what you're saying because I do all these things that you're saying, and I have never been a whole day of my life.
I believe it.
Promiscuously.
I believe it. I believe it.
So I'm saying, like, promiscuous women.
Yeah.
Would you marry a promiscuous
Would
woman?
I?
Yeah.
At this age, I don't think that it's avoidable.
What?
I don't.
How?
Think about it, right? I'm 42.
Okay.
If I meet a woman who's 42, she been for the last 27 years. That's a lot of.
Well,
That's
don't
if she's
meet
been
her
single for 27 years.
She
about you
probably
doing
has.
And I feel like at least every woman, for the most part, most of them go through a celibacy stage.
No, that's a trick.
No, it's not.
That's a trick.
It's not.
All right. I'm okay. All right. You got it.
Look, I'm a
You got
woman.
it.
I'm
You
just
got-
saying, most women, now there are a lot of women that are like, I've never done this before.
right.
Then I'm sure they do.
I'm going to do one of those man on the street interview things for you, and I'm going to go outside, and I'm just going to walk up to some ladies and ask them, when the last time you had sex? I bet you the average answer is about between 3 to 9 months ago.
No.
Every time we meet a woman, they tell us this. I haven't had sex in so long, I haven't been dealing with anybody. It's the same script every time.
So do you believe when a woman is actually celibate? How do you
No.
know when she's actually
I
celibate?
don't believe nobody's celibate. I don't believe that. How much you got to do that you need a break? No, I don't never
It's
believe
not that you need a break. It's that you are preserving your body.
Nothing left.
That what you-
Nothing left. What are you saving?
I disagree with you. I personally feel like if you've been in relationships, number one, you've already been preserved. And while you've been single, stop letting these men baby mama you or just one night
You
you.
ain't letting these men. It's like
It's
two
up
people
to
to do
us.
this.
No.
There are no victims in this.
No, there's no victims. But look, men sleep with who they can
No,
and
they
marry
don't.
who
Men
they
sleep
want.
with who they want to.
No, they sleep with who they can and they marry who they want. Women sleep with who they want and marry who they can.
It sounds great.
I'm just saying. So if a woman doesn't want to sleep with you, you don't sleep together. If she's not giving you no play, you ain't getting it. There's no way.
That's that day.
Okay, so then you keep trying. You never know. If you're persistent, maybe you'll get it, but maybe
You
you
don't even
won't.
have to be persistent. Just stay alive.
You think the standard is that low?
Be alive. Stick around.
The standard is that
Love
low?
it.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you've been out these streets for a long time. These streets are treacherous. There's all kinds of things going on out here in these streets. Kenny, you gotta be a guest on this show one day because they lost, bro.
Okay.
You know how many times you don't, like we were talking about earlier,
Yeah.
like spin the block?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Sometimes your block gets spin on.
I ain't getting no
They
black
show
spot
back
on
up and you be like, why you being so nice? Why you want to kick it now?
me. No.
You want to spend the night? Why are you doing all this? And then they think that that's you going to spin the block back and be like, oh, what's up with you? Like, nah, you already played me out. Appreciate it, but that's as far as it's going to go.
What he's talking about within the sad state of the modern dating marketplace today is true. It is treacherous out there, but continues to remind me of the importance of standards for both men and women. Women having hoe phases and then claiming celibacy for 2 to 3 months before having yet another hoe phase is some wild work. Men watching shit like that happen, you begin to become disinterested with taking the dating game seriously. You just kind of float into your upper 30s to mid 40s, just cruising. At the same junction, men rewarding unsavory women that have demonstrated bad behavior in the past in order to eventually settle down. That's why we say, stand on business, hold the line. It's very important, all right? Let's see if there's anything more.
Damn. So, okay, well, pause and rewind. Okay, so you don't feel like you
I don't feel, I think. I don't feel. I keep feelings out of it, I think.
okay, so do you even think that men value marriage today?
Yes,
Then why aren't more men married?
because they saw the game already.
What's that mean?
They have seen a lot. They've seen how wives been out here acting. Our girlfriends been out here acting.
With somebody else.
With somebody else.
Girls are cheating.
They've been cheating.
You think girls cheat more than men?
Absolutely.
Who's better at it?
Women.
Yeah.
They got better people to cheat with.
What's that mean?
Guys, I'll leave a link to it down in the description box down below. But like, I tell you what messed me up is I'll never forget being with this one young lady and go into the crib and I look up on the damn mantle and it's a picture of her and her boyfriend. Oh, I like looking at the picture like, and I look back at her. She look up at me smiling. In my mind, I was calling her a slut. Did I leave? I didn't leave. I ain't gonna lie. But when I eventually left the establishment, I could not help but just think, man, what the fuck is this? What? I felt bad. All right. I felt bad. But I remember thinking like, damn, like, and I think like instances of that, and this is one of many instances, to be honest with you, instances like that as a man, you just like, when something okay come around, you like, I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm good. And I think like inevitably, women have not been holding each other accountable when it comes to doing shit like that. In the eyes of a good guy, that's your op, because we've watched this bullshit. And now we're taking a look at the particular options out there. And it's just like, you know, I got high standards as well. You know, I got high requirements as well. And I often think that a lot of the negative or the negativity within the content today that speaks more directly towards men, I think a lot of it is, you know, you get mad at the platforms, but the fact of the matter is that the platforms is now a after effect of the conversations that have already been happening, whether it be in the barbershop or just guys talking to guys. You've just not been privy to the conversations. But these are the things that boys talk about, you know, that brothers talk about amongst brothers, amongst other men. So I find it interesting, right, that these different types of conversations, as they come out now in the different forms within videos, live streams, and to see the reactions in regards to them is very interesting. Because it's like, although we could talk to men about being a masculine man and understanding, you know, self-control, discipline, confidence, discernment, you know, what direction are you going in life? What is your purpose? What are you doing? What are you building? We can at the same time also acknowledge that if we're putting that amount of time into the gym, right? Like if I'm a top 5% man, are you a top 5% women? And the thing is that more often than not, when we go and I have these conversations, what you find is that as a man, I am a high level product, but as a woman, right? Like you're bringing more heartache, you're bringing less peace, you're bringing high body count, right? Like you're bringing questionable friends that you have. My thing is that the realignment between the masculine and the feminine in rearranging kind of what has been popularized within pop culture, whether it be to disregard men, call us dogs, while at the same time encountering your whole phase and then claiming that you're celibate when you meet a guy that you kind of sort of like. Hearing that type of content makes the modern woman today not feel good, but I think that it is very valuable conversations for men to be able to have so that we can realign of our own expectations as we decide the next stages in life. Nevertheless, fantastic conversation of the It's Giving platform. Guys, again, link to the full thing down in the description box down below. They talk for like another hour and a half. So feel free to go over there and check out the content. But let me know what you guys think. Questions, comments, concerns, y'all already know what to do. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me in this conversation here today, and I'll see you soon. Peace.
So without further ado, MTR, cut through the BS like we in charge. No cap with the rappers like steel bars. I'm packing and rapping like here we are. Mediocre tutorial reviews. Like, comment, share my views. Come up and I paid my dues. Big step in my black way shoes. MTR, he break it down, yeah, it's MTR. Check out the sound with his MTR. No one put it down like it's MTR.